Hello. How are you guys doing? This is Laurel with the Dabbling Hook. And I know, it's been a while. Last video I said I was going to do a part 2, but you know, every time I think I'm getting caught up, life's going like, nope, wait a minute, not quite yet. So it is what it is. Anyway, today is September 16th. It is one day before my 2-day weekend of craft fairs, and I am a hot mess, so I'm not camera ready. I am not craft fair ready. There's been a lot going on. Hopefully you're not hearing a banging in the background because I've got somebody doing some maintenance upstairs. Anyway, why are we here? By the way, welcome to any new subscribers. Again, if you guys are still here, completely understand if you're not, but you know, welcome. And to all you guys who are hanging in, thumbs up. Okay, why are we here? It is the seasonal Yarny YouTube Hop Fall Edition, and I got this done by the skin of my teeth. Is that a saying? I think that's a saying. Okay, there'll be a few breaks in between because the guy was coming down the stairs and it was way too loud. Seasonal Yarny YouTube Hop. For the other two, for spring and summer, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I was able to figure it out with enough time to get it done. This one, I literally had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to do amigurumi. I didn't want to do another bag because I just did one for summer. I thought I wanted to do like a cardigan or a sweater. Nope. As I was saying, there'll be plenty of breaks. Oh, and it's also a work day, and I'm taking an early lunch, really early lunch, late breakfast to do this because there'll be no time later. Oh, and you are in front of my yarn wall that I've been trying to organize, but it's more of cataloging what I have rather than organizing, because I took everything down because we had painting done and I had to clear out the space, and putting it all back has been quite the journey, the adventure, the stressor. But anyway, yeah, so everything's back in here and I've cataloged it and I know what I have in here. It's just not very pretty, but at least now I know what I have. And I actually used Teadoddles. My god, her name's escaping me right now. Cannot believe that. Life. Anyway, she had a video on yarn organization and she had a spreadsheet. So I'm actually using that just to catalog what I have. I'm going to amend it a little for my purposes, but I'm pretty much using her catalog or her spreadsheet. Okay, that's a digression. Let me get you back to here. So, like I said, there'll be distractions because it's a work day and the guy keeps coming up and down, so it gets loud. So, like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and at basically the 11th hour, I'm like, oh, while I was doing the yarn organization, I'm like, I started this project in a different yarn. I should do it for this. Well, I was basically doing the last part of it after 9 o'clock last night, so I'd be able to record this video. So this is taking a lot longer than I anticipated recording because it's been a while. I'm going off on a tangent and we've got the distraction. So it is in, I housed it in my, hopefully this is a good enough angle, but it is what it is. This is my prize from the Spring Yarny YouTube Hop. Kim has a prize draw after each, all the videos are done after each season is done, and I won the spring, and I got it 2 weeks ago in mail. So yeah, it is all sewing theme since we both do project bags, which I haven't done since last year. So yeah, that's what it was in. Appropriate. And this is her label right here. So anyway, it was housed in here, and I will just show you quickly the yarns that I used for this. Oh, one just fell. I used a 3.25 millimeter hook. Can you guess what I did? Facet yarns. This is a Michael's yarn. This was one of my favorite yarns. I had a hat that I made out of when they originally came out with Facet that I wore to death, meaning I had to depill it at least like 3 or 4 times. That I loved it so much. And then it went away, and then they came back with a bigger, this is a 3.5 ounce. They came out with a double size skein after that, and then I didn't even realize they had it back. When I picked this up, for some reason I thought it was Wine Brands, what is it called? Well, Landscape, and then there's the other one that I forget. You know, the one that looks like that. But Landscape is the other yarn that I used with that because of the colors, fall colors. And then I actually bought this, and I bought the Facet because I hadn't been in Michael's forever, and I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I found the yarn that would go with it because I wasn't prepared to go through my stash at the time to look for it. So the other part I used was Red Heart Super Saver, good old Red Heart Super Saver in coffee. Let's see if it'll... in coffee. So those were the 3 yarns. Facet, Landscape, and oh, Facet's color was Flame. So that was that. So those are the yarns that I used. Kept it in my spring prize box. So, do you want to see what I made? Well, I needed something what I thought was going to be quick. This was far from it. My fingers literally hurt right now from just rushing and the tightness of the stitches, blah, blah, blah. And since I had started this in a different yarn before, I thought it would be a little easier. I kind of remember why it wasn't as easy. Ooh, looks like my stitching could use some help here. Why it wasn't as easy, because it's a pretty big project compared to what normal amigurumi look like. So what I ended up doing was a project by Aniqua of My Kind of Thing, and she is a black doll maker. I've been following her forever. Remember Google Plus, where you able to post pictures, and it was, what was it trying to be? Kind of like a precursor to like Instagram and those types of places. I think I found her on there or either Facebook ages ago, and she used to make her dolls. They've come such a long way, and she used to make these bows. I think it was the bows that caught me at the time. But anyway, I've been following her for years and years, and you know, she's now been on TV and in newspapers and all that, from, you know, because having black dolls and black doll makers around is not something you see all the time. So kudos to her and Yolanda Jordan of My Pretty Brown Doll. Those two been following for quite a while. But anyway, enough chit chat. What I made was her Two-Skein Ballerina doll, and it came out to be almost 2 feet tall. I even took a few rows out of the legs, and again, because I was rushing, my stitching needs a lot of work. Or not needs a lot of work. I was doing it late at night, could have used a lot of improvement, but I needed to get it done on time to make this video. So without further blabbing, prattling, I present to you the fall Two-Skein Ballerina doll. Minus her tutu. I didn't have time. I didn't want to cut tulle or do any of that. And I didn't have time to crochet something. So may I present to you Miss Chocolate Brown Ballerina. Z Screamfall. This is the Facet yarn, held double. And then this is all 3 of the yarns, no, just the Facet yarn and the Red Heart Super Saver held together to make the pom-pom. Her pattern has a crocheted bun, but yeah, again, time wasn't going to happen. So this is her. She had actual ribbons for the ballet slipper ties, but I just crocheted trying to use up all the yarn, and God, I used it all, except for, I used all the facet yarns. So this, her dress, or what is it called? Her leotard, is the facet yarn held with the landscape. So that's why you have that. So that is her. I need to secure her arm a little here. I could see my stitching a bit. And her legs, because again, I was doing it at night. One, I don't know if you could see it, looks a little bowed because I stitched it a little off to the side, whereas this one I didn't as much. So anyway, doesn't matter. Makes her more real, right? Because nobody's proportions are exact. Her hand has the little thumb on each of them. So, sorry I'm not in front of the camera to give you a full full view of her. Hopefully I'll get a chance to take some pictures, but like I said, I have a craft fair tomorrow, not prepared, and another one on Sunday. I don't know what I was thinking. I was only going to do the one on Sunday, but the one tomorrow, it's a craft fair I'd done before, and the woman running it is a friend of another craft fair organizer that I do in December, so, and she wanted me to show up again, so I guess I didn't know how to say no. Anyway, this is Miss Ballerina. She's huge. Like, literally, she's, from standing up to here, she is just a little under 24 inches. 23, maybe and a half or so inches. But look at her. I had to use a facet yarn for the eyes because the black just wasn't showing up on the skin tone as much. So, and I didn't have time to find something a little more appropriate, so, or do this a little better because doing it late at night, so I think it gives her character anyway. So yeah, I love how the facet yarn came out. It's just, it screams flaming fall colors. And the pom-pom. Come on, focus. Focus to show people. There you go. Look at that. I just love it. Now, story about my pom-poms. I make my pom-poms by hand. I have somewhere all of the Clover pom-pom makers. Not the tiny ones, but all the others, like the 4. I even bought the jumbo one, so I have 5 somewhere. And for the love of God, I have no idea where I put it. I'm sure I put it somewhere for safekeeping, but I have no idea. That, and I made my Magdalena, the hooded cow. Not Magdalena, Magdalene hooded cow. And I made one, I think the one in the picture, the pattern picture, and for the love of God, I don't know where that is. I know I didn't sell it, but I can't find where it is, and it's probably in some hidden project bag somewhere. But anyway, I digress again. So, there she is. I don't think I will have time to take pictures before I upload this video, but if I do, I will add them in. But, yay! She's done. Her sewing could have been a little better. Again, nighttime. It is what it is, but I got her done. Now I just need to upload this way too long video. And, yep, that is it. So, Kim, I finished on time, sort of, if I can get this video to you on time. But I love how her head part came out. I really do. The pom-pom, it screams fall. The colors, it's like a retro fall, but fall nonetheless. If it would just, there you go. Look at that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love her. Ugh. I love her. Actually, the only part that's not part of the yarns I used was I needed some kind of color on her lip. So this is Woolike in mauve, doubled up. So yeah, that's her lip. See her little nose there? I love her. When I was working this up, I didn't like how the two yarns together were working up, but it works. It just screams fall. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going to stop loving it, and I'm going to go because I have to get back to work. Alright, so there she is. And I'm done. And now I'm going to put my thinking cap on. Try early. But then again, it's craft fair season to think of what I'm going to do for winter. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys who's still sticking around. It's craft fair season. It's busy season at work. Well, it's not that busy right now actually, but it is a little bit. So I'm going to try, once I get this room back in order somewhat, to make a follow-up video to all the stuff I was working on. That may actually be a picture video, like a slideshow, because I don't know where everything is, and part of them, some of them will be in craft fair stuff, will have been sold, hopefully. So that is all. Thank you guys once again. Go take a look at all the other videos that will be out there. I think we were up to 16, 17 if I'm correct. I don't remember, but anyway, thank you again, Kim. Thank you to all the other participants, and I look forward to seeing the videos, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.